friends, I'm Teacher Mariah and welcome back to Circle Time Club with Home CEO Academy. Today I have my banana again with me and it had something to do with the theme of the week. Do you remember what it was? Let's begin.
Lots of places we don't look that have crescents. This is a crescent. The moon is a crescent. The shape crescent is a crescent too. So lots of things are crescents. We don't really look toward them, but you will see a lot of crescents. Yeah!
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Hello friends! Today I have with me a basket of apples and bananas because I like apples and bananas. And I also have with me an instrument here, and it sort of reminds me of the shape of our banana. Now I think we should sing a song about apples and bananas. Now this silly song changes the sound with each time that we sing it. So follow along, and here goes. I like to eat apples and bananas. I like to eat apples and bananas. I like to eat peoples and bananas. I like to eat peoples and bananas. I like to eat apples 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 and bananas. Okay friends, it's time to update our theme board. Now last time that we got together, we had 2 sentence cards here, and they said, a banana looks like a crescent, and we had watermelon slices look like crescents. Now we're going to put 2 new sentence cards up. Our first one is, this is a crescent moon. Now, moons are so beautiful. There's only one moon here on this particular planet. Other planets have more moons, but let's take a look really quick before we do our last sentence card at some other moons. Now the moon is always round, but the part of the moon that we can see, which is actually the part of the moon that is lit by the sun, that's the part that changes. So sometimes the moon can look like a circle when it's in its full moon like this. And sometimes the moon can look like a semicircle when it's in its half moon stage. And sometimes the moon can look like a crescent. Now it can look like a thick crescent here, or it can look like a teeny tiny little crescent like in this picture. Wow, the moon is so pretty, isn't it? Now our last sentence card of the day is, the corn stalks look like crescents, and the part that we're talking about is, in this picture, are these curvy parts. So we're going to put that there. Our theme board is updated. Now it's time to do our wake up warm-ups. Great job, guys. Wake up warm-up. Today we are going to do a D or E sort. Now remember, D says duh and E says eh. So let's look at our items. What's this, Lexi?
That's an elf.
Do you hear duh or eh?
I think I hear eh, because it's not elf. That would be just silly.
So we'll put the elf under the E column.
Yes.
Well, what do we have now? What's this?
A purple duck, but what matters is the duck.
Duck. That sure sounds like a D, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Next, we have an elephant. Elephant.
Now, actually, elephants are way huger than the one shown, but of course we couldn't fit one of those in our actual home.
Well, what sound does our elephant make?
Well, it says E, like eh.
Elephant. Next, we have a dinosaur. Dinosaur. D or E?
I feel like it's roaring for D.
Very good. Next, we have a thing of eggs. Eggs. Or duh. Eggs. That makes the E sound.
Yes.
And last we have
Dolphin.
D or E, friends. That's correct. That makes the D sound. Nice job. Try this at home with objects you find around the house. Today we're going to continue with our A to Z books with the letter E elephant. The letter E says eh. My A to Z books presents the letter E elephant in The Exercising Elephant. Ella the elephant exercised with enthusiasm. She excelled at the elliptical. She won every egg race she encountered and eagerly employed 8-pound weights to exert herself more. Too easy. Ella was an example of an energetic elephant. It takes extra endurance to entertain everyone. Everyone can exercise, but especially Ella. Ernie's Gym. The end. Great job on your warm-ups, kids. Well, now it's time for us to cozy up because Teacher Ashley is going to read us a story.
Today's book is The Way Back Home by Oliver Jeffers. Once there was a boy. And one day as he was putting his things back in the closet, he found an airplane. Strange. He didn't remember leaving it in there, but he thought he'd take it out for a go right away. So he's getting dressed and taking his airplane out. The plane lifted off the ground and up into the sky, higher and higher and higher. Suddenly the plane sputtered. Foot. It had run out of fuel. Now the boy was stuck on the moon. What was he to do? He was all alone and afraid, and soon his flashlight began to go out. Meanwhile, up in space, someone else was in trouble too. His engine had broken down, and steering the ship toward a flicker of light, he landed on the moon with a bump. The boy heard noises. The Martian heard noises. Both feared the worst. So the Martian is imagining this great creature swallowing his spacecraft. And the little boy is imagining this creature coming to get him. But as their eyes got used to the dark, both the boy and the Martian realized they'd met someone else in trouble. They weren't alone anymore. The boy showed the Martian his empty fuel tank, and the Martian showed the boy his broken engine. Together, they thought of ways to fix their machines and get them both back home. So look, they're working together and coming up with a plan so that both of them can get home. As the earth was nearest, the boy went first. Down he jumped, right into the sea, and swam toward home. The sign says, "The way back home." But by the time he got there, the boy was tired out. So he sat in his favorite chair just to catch his breath. His favorite program was just starting, and he settled down to watch. Look at that. He popped some popcorn, and he's got a pet penguin to watch a show with. And here's the Martian patiently waiting and watching his watch. Suddenly, he remembered what he should be doing. He rushed off to the closet to get what he needed. Then he ran outside and shouted. So what did he go to get? He went to get some gasoline, a hammer, a wrench. Okay. He ran outside and shouted, but there was no reply. He couldn't be heard. The boy climbed to higher ground, called again, and waited. This time, a rope was lowered. The boy began to climb, and the Martian began to pull. And soon the boy was back on the moon. The boy fixed up the Martian's ship with a couple of rubber bands and a wrench, while the Martian filled the boy's fuel tank. They said goodbye and thanked each other for their help. They wondered if they'd ever meet again. After a long and tiring night, they were both finally off the moon. The boy went one way, and the Martian went another, both on their way back home. Look at that. The boy received something in the mail. It's a walkie-talkie. Hello? Hello? I think he and the Martian were talking to each other. That was The Way Back Home by Oliver Jeffers. Friends, thank you for joining me at my work table. Now remember, all activities we do at the work table need to be completed with teacher or caregiver support. Let's see what we have coming up next in our alphabet notebook. So we have completed letters A, B, C, D, and today we will be completing letter E. It's an elephant. Let's see. Okay, there's the letter D, duck. Letter E, elephant. So here we have our letter E, or uppercase E, that we're going to turn into an elephant with our pieces here. And on this page, we have the letter E elephant worksheet, where you get to practice tracing your uppercase E's and your lowercase e's, and you get to color in the picture. So I'm going to quickly show you how to assemble the letter E elephant craft. Here we go. Check out my elephant. Doesn't he look good? Okay, so I hope you enjoy creating this week. After you're done with that, I have 2 activities to show you that you can work on. So the first one is called Dot to Dot Crescent. It says connect the dots beginning at the star and counting from 1 to 10. So we're going to go from 1 all the way until we get to 10. Then use a crayon or a marker to color in your beautiful crescent. Is your crescent a banana, a moon, or a half-eaten cookie? You decide when you color it. So first you're going to trace from 1 all the way to the number 10. And you should have a crescent shape when you're finished. And then you use your crayons to decide what this is going to be. What are you going to make your crescent? Okay, and our next activity is called Crescents All Around. The directions say find and count the crescent-shaped objects in the camping scene. Then, using crayon or marker, color in the correct number of crescent-shaped things you found. So, I might say, is this moon shaped like a crescent? If it is, then I'm going to circle it. What about this cloud? Is that shaped like a crescent? No. What about this treetop? Is that shaped like a crescent? No. What about this tent? How about this canoe? What about this hammock? So that should be a fun one. And once I find all the crescents, then I color in the number of objects that are shaped that way. And then this second sheet says, find and count the pictures of crescent-shaped objects. Then using your crayon or marker, color in the correct number of pictures you found with crescent-shaped objects in them. So it's the same as the last sheet, but these are real objects. So you look at each picture and decide if the object in that picture is shaped like a crescent. And if it is, then you can circle it. And then you count how many you have in all and color in that number. Okay, so those were our activities for today. I hope you enjoy completing them.
Friends, it's Play-Doh time. Today we are going to make horns for our ram using white Play-Doh. We did it! What shapes are our horns? That's right. Crescent. Well done.
Thank you so much for joining us today at Circle Time Club. We had a blast. I hope you had a blast too. Now remember, when you go and do your activities, make them unique and special to you. We'd love to see them. Write to us sometime. From all of us here, we hope you have an amazing rest of your day, a wonderful rest of your week, and we will see you again soon. Goodbye!
You could be larger than